Hi everyone, my name is Adina. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about another meme coin. It's called DinoLFG, and my partner and I are actually heavily invested into this project. But as always, this is not financial advice, so you really should do your own research to figure out whether this is a good investment for you or not. So before we get into it, please give me a like. Also subscribe to my channel to support it if you'd like to. And follow me on social media. All the links are in the description below. So let's get started. So this is the webpage DinoLFG.com, the official website. And it looks fun, friendly, colorful. Also the logo is pretty funny with the Doge being eaten by a dinosaur. Or maybe it's a shib, I'm not sure. But according to the white paper, it is actually the dinosaurs coming for those rich dogs. So that's kind of a fun concept. You can reach the white paper through this button here, and it's fairly detailed. It's also very nicely designed. But most of the information you can find here on the webpage anyways. So yeah, when you scroll down a little bit, you have a brief introduction. As I mentioned, it's a meme coin. It also has strong utility, and that's true. So they have been developing quite a lot of use cases and utility for the token in the last few months, since it has been around for a while. And it is community driven, so there is no formal team. And given the utility use cases they have right now, it really shows that the community is also organized and coordinated, so they actually are able to bring the project forward, which I, as an investor, really like to see. Then the tokenomics, the supply is 1/3 of a billion tokens, and they have 95% of it is in the liquidity on Uniswap. They allocated 5% of it for marketing purposes. It's always good to have some funds available for that, otherwise effective marketing is fairly difficult. They have no tax, no mint function, and they have locked liquidity for a year. So at least that gives you a little bit of peace of mind until the end of this year. Then yeah, utility and use cases, as I mentioned. So they have managed to get Dino on shopping.io and now payments.io and also on Hiveworks. So that means that you can buy Amazon products with Dino. You can hire someone especially for Web3 development and using Dino with it, if they accept it, obviously. But that's pretty cool that they managed to get the token on these platforms. It also gives more exposure, right? People that use these platforms, they see Dino as an option. And even if they don't hold Dino, it might make them check out the website and so on and possibly invest into the project. So that's very cool. They also started staking on Unicrypt, and they implemented a buyback and burning mechanism. Not sure if it's automated or manual, but they have so far burned almost 19 million Dino. I don't care for burning tokens. I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference in the price. I think most cryptocurrencies are too volatile that you would even see a difference with the burning tokens. So that's like the long-term game. Because also BNB is burning tokens once in a while, but it hasn't really shown being much an effect on the price. But it's a good marketing strategy because lots of people like tokens being burned. So they have a roadmap. It's not very detailed, not much on there, but mostly the obvious. So they launched, they have a website, social media, building community. They released the CoinMarketCap, the buyback and burning mechanism. They have implemented some utility and use cases. They have some listings on centralized exchanges as well. I'm going to show that in a minute. And they actually have a really cool Dino NFT collection that they've launched recently. So this is really cool. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So as I mentioned, the centralized exchanges, so they are listed on Bitmart, and the volume is pretty high on there as well. They are also listed on Gate.io, which is really cool. It's also a large exchange. And obviously you can get it on Uniswap and all these other exchanges that I personally don't know well. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the website. So that's our homepage, essentially. So yeah, just let's take a look briefly at the chart. So if you go to DEX tools, we can see here the chart over since it has launched, and they launched on 11/11/22. So pretty cool date. Seems like they have planned it fairly well. And yeah, they started out really well and then had like kind of a plateau here. But given that they have built out so many use cases, the NFT collection, the listings on shopping.io and so on, it really shows that the community is not discouraged by the price too much, which I as an investor really like to see, because you can't always control the price, or you can't at all essentially, and there's lots of outside factors that can mess up your chart in different ways. So having a community that is stable and continuously building regardless of their chart, that is really encouraging. Also recently, when all these meme coins popped up, they also had a really nice run up, which hopefully was rewarding for all those people that have been building out the project so much. And what I like to see is really that here they landed on quite a higher level than they were previously. So that's really nice that they didn't just crash down back where they were. From here, you can easily reach the contract, which is really just a very basic ERC20 contract with no fancy functions whatsoever, so nothing to worry about there. When you look at the liquidity pair, so here on DEX tools, you can see their liquidity here is almost $1 million. So this is a huge liquidity, and so it's even kind of difficult to move the price actually. But they have this 1% fee on swaps, so that's how they also grow their liquidity as well. And you can see that on Etherscan pretty well. So if you just punch in the liquidity pair address and you select, for example, Ethereum, because there's always two, right? Ethereum and Dino. But if you look at Ethereum, you can see how it has grown the liquidity. So they started out at 8.4 Ethereum, and they're now at 223 Ethereum, and then it's almost double, right? Because you have both tokens. But yeah, it has grown massively. Obviously, you can really see reflecting here the high volume when they had like this peak a few weeks ago. So yeah, this grows over time, and it will be unlocked in about or like in November this year. So when you actually go to the team.finance lock, you can see here, so this is kind of the landing page, and then you can scroll down and you see it will unlock November 12th, 2023. So until then, I don't think there is much to worry about. I do wonder what's going to happen when this unlocks, if they're going to do a relock of the liquidity, if they're going to remove some for project purposes, because that's a good way of funding the project further if they have further plans on developing new products on there. But I can assume that might be a difficult time for the project because lots of people might worry and pull their money, right? But yeah, this is quite a few months out, so maybe I'm going to make another video around that time then. So as I mentioned, so there is not only the purchasing with Dino and hiring with Dino, so they also have a fairly sophisticated NFT collection. So from here, from the website, you can go to the mystery eggs, and that brings you to OpenSea, where you have these NFTs, which are essentially eggs with a little dino in it. So they look all the same, but then you can purchase that egg. So the floor price here is 0.03 Ethereum essentially. And you can buy that NFT, you can head back to the website and then click on hatch, and that brings you to a website where you can connect your wallet and you can hatch your egg. And what you are going to get is one of the many, I think it's 10,000, one of the 10,000 dinos So it's going to be completely random what you're going to get, but that's the fun part of it, right? So these are the hatched dinos here. You can also click, it's called dinoscan.app. You can also reach that from here. So dinoscan here on the website. So that's where you, and then you can see the unhatched ones. So that's the ones that you could possibly hatch if you are going to buy an egg. I think it's a pretty cool concept here. Also, these hatched dinos, they are going to be on OpenSea as well. So that's where you can trade them back and forth. And I think it's pretty cool artwork. It's kind of fun. Obviously, it's completely luck, which one you might get, or bad luck, who knows if you don't like it. But they're all pretty cool, so I wouldn't be too worried about hatching something that I wouldn't like. So yeah, that's almost it. So let's head back once more to the website. You have here the Dino Worder, which apparently lets you swap Dino and ETH without 0% slippage, so that's nice. And you have a bridge here that gets you to Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is a little bit of a controversial project, and I assume that they just did it to expand a little bit their network out, or the community, into different chains. Not sure why they chose the Pulse Chain, probably because it was fairly simple to bridge over there. But I personally, but that's really my personal opinion, I do not like Pulse Chain, and so I will not use this. Also, how do you get PLS and stuff? It's kind of complicated and convoluted. So I'd rather avoid that, but maybe you are a Pulse holder and maybe you are really excited to bridge over there. So I'm not gonna, yeah, just my personal opinion that I do not care about Pulse Chain. But that's it. Yeah, so that's it for today, I believe. So overall, I think it's a fun project. It has a very active community, so go to the Telegram and check it out. There's lots going on, and I'm not worried this project is going to get drugged or abandoned anytime soon, but as always, that's just my personal opinion based on my research that I've done. So do your own and figure it out for yourself whether you want to invest or not. But overall, I think it's a fun project. It looks very legit. It looks very professional, most of it. And so I'm not too worried about my investment. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Give me a like if you like this video. Also subscribe for more videos like this. And follow me on social media. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye.